Christopher Landon has a brand new film out in theaters this weekend. It is titled Drop, and it follows a woman going on a first date where she starts getting some weird drops, and eventually that turns into her learning that she has to kill her date to save her son. Now, when I first saw this trailer, I was very excited for the movie. I thought that it looked like an intriguing concept for a thriller, but I did have a couple things holding the excitement back for me. Number one, the fact that it's Blumhouse, and the trailer showed way too much. And number two, because Christopher Landon, the two movies I've seen, I didn't really like. Obviously, I didn't like We Have a Ghost. That's his worst film by far. Everybody says that. But also, Happy Death Day, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I just didn't like his style. So, I could have seen a world where I didn't like this movie. But did I like this movie? I'll tell you in this video. Before I do, go down below. Tell me, have you seen Drop? If you haven't, what are your expectations for it? If you have, what are your opinions on it? And while you're down there, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell, and comment down below so you never miss another movie review. And with that said, Drop is great. It is one of my favorite movies of the year so far. Everything that I was looking forward to this movie for, it works. This is a really, really good thriller. I love a great thriller, and this one does everything that a thriller should do right. It keeps me on the edge of my seat. I was intense the whole time for a romance movie. I love the romance. We'll talk about the cast here in just a second. Had the edge of your seat moments, had the mystery that you constantly want to learn, and I thought the reveals were pretty good. I thought that it did the thriller stuff perfectly, and just other things mixed in there too is why I really did enjoy this movie. Let's talk about the cast. First thing we talk about here, Megan Fanny. I hope I'm saying her name right. I believe I am her last name. I know it's Megan Fahy, I think. It's spelled Fahy. I think it's Megan Fanny. I hope I'm saying that right. And Brandon Skellner. Both incredible in this movie. They both have great chemistry. You desperately want Megan Fanny to keep this date going. Not only because you're rooting for her and you don't want to see her son dead, but also because you are rooting for these characters. You like these characters, you want to see them be happy, and they are able to display everything. Especially Megan Fanny, she has to display all this emotion as she is going through this moment, and she's great in it. She is great at doing that. And then Brandon Skellner, constantly just trying to be like, oh, the good guy. He's the good guy. He's trying to keep the state going and all of that. And they're just two people I really, really liked and was really, really rooting for. Along those same lines, it is a movie that only has a limited number of cast members, so everyone else does a great job. It's an isolated thriller. Again, some of my favorite movies are like that. My favorite thriller of all time, 10 Cloverfield Lane. I bring my head to that movie when I think of a claustrophobic, isolated thriller. Thought that really worked, and Christopher Landon was able to make the movie compelling, as well as being like an isolated thriller. I could totally see moments. My dad thought the movie was boring. So my family saw this movie on a mystery movie. I saw it earlier today, Thursday, when it released. And they saw it early. I didn't go on the mystery movie because my Florida Gators were in the national championship and I was going to watch the game and we won. Anywho, my dad thought the movie was boring. My mom and brother thought the movie was good. I thought the movie was amazing. But for me, there was never a dull moment. Everything that happens in this movie was intense, interesting. Everything mattered. Everything was something that I wanted to see. I wanted to see where it went. The movie never bored me. For an isolated thriller, there could always be sequences that could bore me, and this movie never did. Another thing that I thought really worked here was Christopher Landon's direction. In Happy Death Day, it kind of has this cheap feel to it. I don't know if it's just me, but like it feels like, yeah, it's got the intriguing concept, but I don't think the execution or the direction was all that strong. In this movie, he's definitely elevated as a director. I thought his direction was amazing in this movie, where for the first half hour of the movie, we're setting everything up, and we're looking over on her phone, looking over her shoulder. We're like, okay, is the whole movie going to be us looking at her shoulder to see the messages? No. It has style. The words appear up on screen when certain words turn a certain color. Very, very cool. Very cool direction. Very cool everything. I thought that aspect was great. So much style here. There's never a dull moment. The direction is really good in here. This was a movie I really, really, really dug. Along those same lines, the reveals were very satisfying, I thought. In a lot of thriller movies, there's always like a reveal that you think is going to happen, and then there's always like another twist reveal. In this movie, there was just like one reveal. We find out who's doing it, we find out why he's doing it, and it works. It was really satisfying. It didn't feel like we were doing too much. It kind of just showed us that and who's doing it and why they're doing it. And it was satisfying, and it had a satisfying ending to me that I thought really, really worked. The movie was also pretty funny. I'm not even going to lie. There were several sequences that got a really good chuckle out of me. There's a running joke with a waiter the entire movie, and almost all of his lines got literally, I laughed out loud at a lot of his lines. I really, really liked him, and I really, really liked the comedy direction that Christopher Landon brought to this movie. Thought that part worked in the movie as well. So overall, for a thriller movie, this does everything right. It has comedic moments, it has a great cast, it is very intense, and the reveals are satisfying. This was a thriller movie that I had so much fun watching. I really did enjoy it. Now, obviously, you have to extend your disbelief a lot. The big negative that a lot of people are talking about is that this is not realistic in any way, shape, or form. I mean, if I'm that date, I'm walking out as soon as she goes to the bathroom, like the second time in the movie, like 15 minutes in the date. Like, clearly she's not interested. It's over. In this movie, he stays, and, like, there's no way he would have stayed at all. I wasn't too bothered by, like, the plot of the villain. Like, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's the least effective way to get this done. I thought it worked just to be an intriguing movie. I wasn't looking for it to be, like, really smart. It's a movie about two people on a date, and she's got to kill the date through drops on her phone. That's not going to be realistic in any way, shape, or form. So it didn't bother me too much, but it did bother me a little bit the fact that Henry would not just walk out on the date with Violet after she leaves to the bathroom, clearly not interested, a couple times. So, and like the excuse that they make for that isn't really effective. But besides that, I really, really dug this movie. I thought it did everything pretty much right, and I just had such a great time with the movie. For a movie that I was really looking forward to, and I could see a world where it could disappoint me, it did not disappoint. Drop was great. And I'd even go as far to say Drop was amazing. Before I give you my final score, please make sure to go down below to the comment section. Tell me what are your opinions on Drop. And while you're down there, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's completely free. And the bell if you want to see any other 2025 movie reviews. Sinners comes out next week. I'm hopefully going to see Warfare tomorrow. I'm going to have a review of that movie as well. And with that said, Drop, very, very effective thriller. Yes, do you have to extend your disbelief? Yes, just a little bit. But the rest of the movie had a great cast, a romance that you were rooting for, two characters that you were rooting for, satisfying reveals, and edge of your seat moments. Drop did not disappoint me. I'm going to give Drop an A. Thank you guys for clicking on this video, and with that said, subscribe.